Before you pack your bags for Vietnam, listen carefully. Thousands of foreigners are already regretting their decision. I'm dropping the number one reason you should never retire in Vietnam. And when you hear it, your retirement dream will shatter so hard you'll need therapy. Vietnam looks beautiful. It looks cheap. It looks peaceful. It looks like the next retirement paradise that influencers love to hype. But here's the truth. Vietnam is one of the most challenging, complicated, and unexpectedly draining countries to retire in, especially long-term. And today, we're going deep, very deep. This is not a hate piece. Vietnam is an amazing travel destination, a beautiful culture, incredible food, friendly people, and breathtaking landscapes. But retiring here, that's a different story entirely. For the next few minutes, we're going to break down everything you need to know before considering Vietnam as your final home, the facts, the frustrations, the red flags, so you can make the smartest, safest decision for your future. Let's begin. 10. The visa nightmare. If you ask long-term expats what pushed them out of Vietnam, chances are their first answer will be the same. The visa headache. Vietnam has no true retirement visa, no guaranteed long stay option, ever-changing immigration rules, no permanent residency pathway for retirees, constant uncertainty, even for people who've lived there 10 years, a reputation for sudden policy changes with zero warning. You're essentially living on borrowed time. A 3-month visa today could be a 1-month visa tomorrow, or no renewal at all. Imagine being 68 years old and having to leave the country every 30 to 90 days, reapply for visas repeatedly, pray immigration approves you, live in constant fear of being denied renewal. That is not retirement. That is anxiety disguised as paradise. The pollution that's slowly killing you. The air, water, and noise pollution that turns your golden years into a hazy nightmare. Vietnam's booming. Factories, scooters, construction everywhere. But that boom comes with a toxic cloud. Hanoi and Saigon ranked in the top 10 most polluted cities globally in 2025 by IQ Air. You move here thinking fresh tropical air? Wrong. It's a mix of diesel fumes, crop burning, and industrial smoke that seeps into your lungs. I've got asthma now. Never had it before. Water? Taps undrinkable. Boil it or buy bottled. Noise? Scooters honking 24/7. Construction jackhammers at dawn. Karaoke bars blasting till 2 a.m. Earplugs become your best friend. 2026 forecast? With EV push slow and coal plants ramping up, pollution's getting worse. WHO data, 60,000 premature deaths yearly from air quality. Retirees? You're older, more vulnerable. One expat group survey, 45% report health declines within 2 years. If you need clean air to breathe easy, Vietnam ain't it. But hold on, the weather is about to make it worse. 8. The extreme weather that wrecks your plans. The weather, scorching heat, monsoon floods, and typhoons that turn paradise into a disaster zone. Vietnam's tropical, right? Sounds dreamy. Reality? 35 to 40 degrees Celsius heat with 90% humidity from April to October. You sweat through 3 shirts a day. Then monsoon season hits. Sheets of rain flooding streets, turning Saigon into a swamp. Northern winters, Hanoi drops to 10 degrees Celsius with damp cold that chills your bones. No central heating in most rentals. Southern, endless humidity breeds mosquitoes, dengue outbreaks yearly. Climate change amps it. More intense storms predicted for 2026 by Vietnam's meteorology department. Expat regret, 38% cite weather as top issue in International's Living 2025 survey. If you can't handle Mother Nature's mood swings, stay home. But the real danger? Wait for number 7. 7. The insane traffic and safety risks. The traffic chaos that's a daily death trap for retirees. 10 million scooters in Saigon alone. No rules, just survival. Crossing the street, it's like Frogger on expert mode. In 2025, Vietnam had 7,000 road deaths, highest in Southeast Asia per capita. Retirees, slower reflexes mean higher risk. Sidewalks, non-existent or blocked by parked bikes and street food stalls. Walking is a hazard. Crime? Petty theft rising. Phone snatches from scooters, bag grabs in crowds. In tourist spots like Phu Quoc, scams target seniors, fake taxis, overcharged tours. Quality of life? Constant noise, fumes, stress. But the language barrier? That's next-level isolation. 6. The language barrier that turns simple tasks into epic quests and leaves you lonely. Vietnamese is tonal. One word, 6 meanings based on pitch. Ma can be ghost, horse, mother. Good luck ordering food without pointing. Google Translate fails half the time. I have a sore throat becomes my neck is ghost. Doctors? English speaking in big cities cost extra. Rural? Forget it. Expats end up in bubbles. English menus, Western bars, but that's not real life. Making local friends? Hard without basics. Loneliness spikes. 52% of expats report isolation in International's 2025 survey.
5. The healthcare system that's a gamble with your life. Healthcare that's affordable but unreliable. Great for checkups, disaster for serious issues. Public hospitals, overcrowded, understaffed, no English. Private in cities like FV Hospital in Saigon, modern but $200 for a consult, $10,000 for surgery. Emergencies, evacuation to Singapore or Thailand, $50,000 flight. In 2025, Vietnam ranked 60th in global healthcare by Numbeo. If you have heart conditions, diabetes, cancer risks, mobility issues, any chronic health condition, Vietnam is not the place you want to roll the dice. Living cheap means nothing if healthcare can't save your life. Vietnam's not equipped. 40% of retirees return home for treatment per expat blogs. But the rising costs, that's the silent killer. 4. The cheap lifestyle that's vanishing fast. It's not as cheap as the hype. Costs are skyrocketing in 2026. Back in 2019, $1,000 a month was king. Now, inflation hit 4.5% in 2025. Rents in Da Nang up 30% to $600 to $1,000 for decent apartments. What is cheap for tourists is not cheap for long-term expats. Examples? Foreigners pay more for rentals, imported goods are expensive, healthcare is expensive for foreigners, electricity bills can skyrocket, Western food is pricey, quality housing isn't cheap, long-term visas cost thousands per year. Budgets balloon to $2,000 to $3,000 for comfort. In 2026, with tourism boom, prices rise more. If you're on fixed pension, you'll pinch pennies. But culture shock? That's deeper. 3. The culture shock that breaks you. Culture shock isn't temporary, it's permanent, and it demands you change or leave. No melting pot, you're forever Mugaway, foreigner. Systems? Gray areas everywhere. Traffic light suggestions, queues optional. Babies on bikes, smoke in cafes, trash fires, it's raw. Adaptation? Humility or bust. 2025 surveys, 70% experience severe shock. If you need order, you'll crack. But transient life? That's isolating. 2. The transient expat life that leaves you friendless. Friends come and go like monsoon rains, intense bonds, sudden goodbyes. Visas expire, jobs end, burnout hits, 50% leave within a year. Dating? Transactional often. Loneliness? 65% report in expat groups. If you crave roots, Vietnam's flux will break your heart. But number 1, the ultimate deal breaker. 1. You can't escape yourself, and Vietnam amplifies your flaws. Stop. Look at me. The number 1 reason you should never retire in Vietnam, it's not Vietnam, it's you. You can't escape yourself, and this place will amplify every flaw until you transform or shatter. Running from debt, divorce, boredom, Vietnam won't fix it. The chaos, visas, pollution, isolation forces introspection. If you adapt, you grow, but 80% don't. Paradise demands rebirth. If you're not ready, stay home. Before you go, let me leave you with this.
Retirement is not just about beaches, cheap rent, or Instagram moments. It's about stability, health, security, and the peace of mind that you'll be okay when life gets difficult. Vietnam is an incredible country, beautiful people, amazing food, unforgettable culture, but that doesn't automatically mean it's where you should spend the rest of your life. Too many foreigners move here with a dream, only to be hit with harsh realities they never saw